So I still get questions on my channel about the microgreen farm, and this video is kind of to clear that up because my buddy and I actually quit the microgreen farm about a year ago. Yeah, around a year ago at this time. And we mainly quit it just because one, it was a lot of work, and if you are thinking about starting a microgreen farm, I think that there's a lot of videos on YouTube that kind of portray it to be not a lot of work or an easy way to make money, and there's no easy way to make money, and you learn pretty quickly after you start that there's a lot to it. You know, it seems like it's pretty easy. Oh, you just plant a few things and then you watch them grow and then go sell them. But there's a lot more into it, and if growing things and I guess horticulture isn't your passion, then I would say don't get into it, because it was neither my passion nor Austin's. And also, I mean, we didn't know anything about horticulture, nor were we really interested in it, and neither of us knew anything about business. And usually when you get into a business, you should either know something about business or be an expert in the business you're getting into. But we knew nothing about that. And like I said, we didn't even have a passion for growing things. So when things kind of got bad, like work-wise, there wasn't really anything that was sort of fulfilling for us that kind of kept us going. And I think even if we, had kept going with it and got it to a point in the future, then that where we were making some money, even a good sum of money, I don't see myself being able to do it for a long time, even if I was making a good sum of money, just because it sucked and I hated it. There wasn't really anything that was fulfilling in it for me, and I don't think either of us particularly loved or believed in the product. So that's why we decided that it just wasn't really for us anymore, and it probably was something that we maybe shouldn't even have started in the beginning, because we started it kind of hastily. But if you are thinking about starting a microgreen farm, I think those are some questions you should really ask yourself. Is, are you just getting in it, to make some easy money like you see on some YouTube videos, or do you actually have a passion for this stuff? Is it something you could see yourself doing even when you're not making any money? I think that'd be something important to ask yourself. So even having said that, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool how far we managed to get the business. I mean, we had 5 restaurants, 2 farmers markets, and 2 grocery stores in a pretty short amount of time. And like I said, we knew nothing about horticulture, growing things, and nothing about business. So I'm pretty proud about how far we took it, and I'm also pretty happy that we decided to quit when we did, before we invested even more time into it, because it wasn't fulfilling for either of us, and it was kind of just making us depressed, to be honest. So yeah, those are my thoughts about why we quit the microgreen farming. And if you're thinking about getting into it, those are some things that you should think about, because it's not as easy as some of these videos make it out to be. Um, you're harvesting and planting a couple times a week. You're washing the trays. You're going out and selling. You're having to keep your entire grow room clean. There's a lot that goes into it. And if you're fine with that, if you're passionate about that, then that's good. Go for it. But if not, I would advise you to don't do it, because myself and Austin both made that mistake. And as I mentioned before, any amount of money, maybe not any, but it would take a lot of money for me at least, and I think I speak for Austin as well, to keep doing that over a long period of time, because even if I was making good money doing it, it would still be hard for me to stick in the game, because it just wasn't, I didn't gain anything from it. But I wouldn't be gaining anything besides the money. And at that point, I don't think there's really anything driving you if it's just money. You need, in my opinion, you need something a little bit more than that. And I'll also link some videos that my buddy made about this. He probably talked about it better than I did, and more from a business aspect, opposed to just kind of like my thoughts and what I was kind of feeling about it and what I am feeling about it now. But yeah, I'll post those below. And yeah, it was just to clear up, not doing the microgreen farming anymore. But still, if you have any questions about it, I do know some things about it. Feel free to ask some questions below.